Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I know it's been a while since I made a video. I think the last time you guys saw me was in December when I was doing Vlogmas. But then I traveled up north to Eastern Province for a few weeks and then came back, and then life happened, you know, the usual story. But I decided to take the time to sort of improve the quality of my videos as well as the content. So I'm hoping that this time around you will see a pronounced difference in my video quality as well as my content. On that note, if there are any videos that you'd like me to make, please make sure you leave your comments and I'll be sure to look at them and see what I can do. So if we've not met before, my name is Akambia, but my friends call me Aka, so you guys can call me Aka, we're friends. I'm a 31-year-old single mom of 2. I have a little boy who is going to be 4 in a few weeks and a little girl who just turned 1. So I think I've kind of got a hang of this whole motherhood thing so far. So far, I'm not an expert, but I think there's some advice that I could give, or that I would give to someone who's a new mom and is filled with uncertainty and self-doubt, as we all feel in the first few months. And to be honest, motherhood is basically all about uncertainty and doubt, like just the whole process. You don't know whether you're doing the right thing for your child, if you're stimulating your child enough, if your child is getting the best of everything, because ultimately that's what we all want. We want our children to have the best that we can offer. So it's a guilt-filled journey, because you're always feeling guilty. You always feel like you could do more. You always feel like you're not doing enough. It's just always like that. So you're not alone. We all feel that way. And we need to band together as mothers and just try and help each other, reassure each other, be there for each other, because it's really not an easy thing. Or as parents in general, being a parent is difficult. Of course, I keep saying moms because that is the only experience that I have. I'm a mom, so you bear with, but obviously most of these can be used for dads as well. So anyway, some advice that I would give a new mom. I think first of all, we're going to start with breastfeeding. If you choose to breastfeed your child, this is not an easy thing. Breastfeeding is one of the most difficult things I ever had to do. I thought that, before I had my child and started trying to breastfeed, I thought like you just stick the baby on the boob and it sucks and you all live happily ever after, you ride off into the sunset, butterflies, doves, the whole shebang. But the reality is breastfeeding is a very hard process, and it requires a whole lot of work from both you and your baby. So it takes consistency. So don't give up. When you're trying to latch, the baby won't latch, don't give up, keep trying. I remember with my daughter, because with my son I was not able to breastfeed. I think I've mentioned this in my other videos, but I was not able to breastfeed because I was just not mentally or physically or psychologically prepared for the whole thing, coupled with the fact that I had to have an open myomectomy at 3 months postpartum, and it was just too painful, too difficult, and I was just concerned about all the chemicals that the medication gets into the baby, and whether or not that's a valid concern, that was my concern. But mainly was just the uncomfortability and the impracticality of it, or it was just not something that I managed to do. So my son was formula fed. With my daughter, I made the conscious decision, the conscious effort to do my very best to ensure that I breastfed. So the first time, after I just had her, I asked the nurse for help. Last time I didn't do this, and I did not attend any antenatal classes with my first, which I regretted so much. Those classes are very helpful. I think they really prepare you for the whole birthing process as well as the breastfeeding. So I deprived myself of that. So that may have contributed as well to why I ultimately was not able to breastfeed. But I didn't ask the nurses for help about nursing the first time. So this time around, I made the conscious decision to ask the nurses to help me with breastfeeding. My mom I couldn't really ask my mom because she had not breastfed in years, many years. So naturally there are some things that she forgot. So this time around I made sure to ask the nurses, help me latch my baby. What should I do? What should I eat? What can I do? And the nurses were so helpful. They helped me latch the baby to the breast, and she started sucking immediately. But when we came home, it's always when you come home. At the hospital, they sleep through the night. They're all nice and sweet, but to get home, they're waking up all the time and they're refusing to latch. So the first day was an absolute nightmare. I remember trying for about an hour and a half, and the whole time she was screaming. Sorry if you hear screaming, that's my son. He tends to be very loud. We're working on his inside voice, but he likes to scream and shout like a crazy person. Anyway, yeah, my daughter was screaming and shouting for the first hour and a half, and it was just too much. I couldn't take it anymore, so I decided to give her the bottle. But I kept trying, and what worked for me was nursing her while laying down. I don't know, for some reason that's the only time I could manage to latch her, and even then I needed to have help, so my sister would help position her, and I would hold the breast and stick the nipple in her mouth, and sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't, and there were so many times when I wanted to give up because first of all it was physically very painful. The latch, because when your nipples are not used to a nursing baby, they get sore at first. So the first few weeks were absolutely, ooh, the pain was bad, so painful. It almost felt like any moment like my nipples would start bleeding or something. That's how bad it was. So I wanted to give up, but I stuck to it, and it took weeks upon weeks for us to sort of develop a relationship where we understood each other, because breastfeeding is not only a bonding process, but you also have to understand and communicate with each other. Eventually you get into like a rhythm. You both know what you need to do, and eventually the baby nurses, and you know, like eventually you get it. You're in sync, you know what works for you. But it's not an easy thing at all, so just know mentally that it's not easy. Be prepared. And then also supply. Okay, establishing supply can be a little bit challenging. I remember, whether or not in my case it was really an issue of not having enough milk or just not understanding the baby, but I had some issues with supply, where my daughter would nurse for a long time but she'd still be hungry, and I'd have to give her formula after. So I decided to try fenugreek. Fenugreek is like a natural herb that helps in the stimulation of milk supply, and it definitely helped me. When we just started our nursing journey, she always had to have a bottle before bed, but I think by about month 4 she was pretty much exclusively breastfed. And in fact, to this date, I'm actually, what's my son? Yeah, so I'm actually having a little bit of difficulty because she absolutely refuses any kind of bottle, regardless of what it contains, whether it's cow's milk or water. She refuses to use it. So even in terms of water, by 6 months, when she turned 6 months, I could only give her water using a cup, just a normal cup. She doesn't take bottles, so that's a little bit of a challenge, especially if you're a working mom. I imagine that you'd have to ensure that the baby is accustomed to bottles. But yeah, anyway, so my long-winded explanation, breastfeeding is not easy. Be prepared mentally, psychologically, and physically. And while we're talking about breastfeeding, my advice, another piece of advice, would be nipple cream, ladies. You need to have nipple cream. That's the only way to survive. With my son, I did not have any nipple cream. I think that's what made it so unbearable. But with my daughter, I made sure I stocked up on nipple cream. Let me show. I think, yeah, I actually have it here. The one that I use is, can you, okay, I'll just zoom, I'll just focus you on this one. It's the kind I use. It was really good, really moisturizing. It really is very helpful. It's something that you absolutely have to have. It's not, no questions about it. You need nipple cream. Another piece of advice I'd give is be confident in yourself as a mother. You are the expert on your baby. Someone may have had 10, 15, even 20 children, but they can still not be an expert on your child. You are the expert on your child, and you have that natural instinct. So trust your instinct, trust your gut. You're doing what is best for your child. Some people tend to give unsolicited advice that makes you doubt yourself and makes you try to change how you parent. But be reassured that you as the mother want what's best for your child, and everything. Oh, hang on, am I in focus? Am I? Yeah, I am. Focus? Yes, no? Okay, we're just going to, I hope I am. I'll be so annoyed when I'm editing. Hang on. Yeah, so have confidence in what you're doing as a mother. You have the best interests of your child at heart. You know your child more than anyone else. So you are the expert. Be confident. Okay, don't let anyone try and make you feel like just because they have more children than you, that they know your child better than you, or that they know how to parent better than you. No. Only you are the expert on your child, so be confident. Okay, so another thing I'm going to say is for absolute first time moms, pieces of advice is don't buy too many newborn outfits. Don't do it. I made this mistake with my son. I bought so many newborn outfits. So many. Most of which he did not wear. The majority, I'd say 80% he didn't wear. Because first of all, he was a big baby. He was born at 3.9 kg. So it's a fairly big baby. So most newborn clothes didn't fit him to begin with. And then also they grow so fast within the first 6 weeks. They're not as small as they were 6 weeks ago. So the newborn clothes definitely are not going to fit. Buy maybe 5 newborn outfits maximum, and then the rest bigger size. Buy them in bigger sizes. Or buy them in bigger sizes. I keep looking at the viewfinder. Oh, I haven't done this YouTube thing in a minute, so bear with. While we're talking about clothes, if you see a really cute outfit that you think your baby would look really nice in, make sure that you buy it in the size that child will be when that outfit is appropriate to wear. So what I'm saying is, in Zambia, in Zambia, winter is between June to about early September, late August, around there. So if you find this really cute summer dress that you think your baby would look fantastic in right now, and we're in June, obviously your child will not get to wear that outfit because it's always going to be cold and they won't be able to wear it. So instead, buy a bigger size. So buy the size that your child will be in the summer. So if your child is 3 months now and we're in June, this is all theoretical, guys. We're really not in June, we're in March. Yeah, so if theoretically right now we're in June and you saw this really cute summer dress and your child is 3 months old, so what you do is you buy a 6 to 9 month old dress, because in 3 months we're going to be in summer. So then your child will be able to wear it. You see what I mean? I don't know if I'm making any sense, but yeah. This also goes to if you're gifting outfits. Oh my god. That's my son. Hang on, darling, I'm nearly done, okay? Oh my gosh, you better clean it up, man. Better clean it up. Huh? I'm nearly done, but you guys keep shouting, so now I have to record for longer. But yeah, I'm nearly done. Okay. Yes, my son, motherhood. So I don't know if that made any sense, but what I'm trying to say is, don't buy an outfit that your child can wear now, even if the weather does not allow. So this also goes to gifting. If you're gifting an outfit to someone, make sure you buy the appropriate size for what that child will be in during that season. I hope that makes sense. Okay, another piece of advice I'll give you is stop comparing your child to other people's children. Don't do it. I know it's easier said than done. I know. I've done it myself. My son walked at 10 months. My daughter took her sweet time. She walked a week before her birthday. So, like, I was kind of thinking, what is wrong? What's happening? Your brother walked at this age, and they say that children with older siblings tend to walk faster because they're trying to keep up with their older siblings. Well, that was not the case for us. Every child is different and they will develop at different speeds and paces, but that does not make one better than the other or the other worse than the other. Not at all. It's just different. Every child has areas they're stronger in and others they're not stronger in. So whereas my daughter took longer to walk, but she vocalized faster at 9 months, she was able to say hello, and my son on the other hand took longer. So every child is different. Even though the genetics are the same mother, same father, but still the development is different. So stop comparing them. It will just rob you of your joy. Honestly, enjoy your child in this moment, in the moment that they're in now, knowing that that moment will pass and it will be a thing you will look back upon and reminisce. So enjoy it now while it's here. Whatever little milestones that they attain, enjoy it, celebrate it, be proud. Be that annoying mom who is crazy and screams about the silliest things. Do that. Enjoy your child. Don't compare them. They're unique and they're beautiful in their own way. Another piece of advice I'll give you is take loads of photos. Regardless of what you think you look like, take those photos. Your children don't care if you're 30 kgs overweight. They don't care. They think that you're the most beautiful woman in the world. Trust me. I made this mistake with my son. I was so self-conscious of my body. So I think I've talked about this before. Before I had my son, I was very much in shape. I think I was 59 kgs, 60 kgs were there. But after I had him, I gained like 25 kgs, which took forever to lose. So during the first year of his life, I was not taking photos with him because I just felt like it looked so disgusting and so gross. And now I regret it so much because those are moments that I can't be able to look back upon, physically look back upon, because I didn't take that opportunity and it was dumb. With my daughter, I totally did it different. I think you have a different mindset when you have a second child. Like right now, I'm not as obsessed as I was with how I looked. I used to be very critical of myself, my body, and I internalized all the negative comments that people made, which affected how I sort of lived my life, or how I parented my child in some weird warped way. This time I think I have experience. I know what my body is capable of. I know that I've lost the weight before. When I got pregnant with my daughter, again I was 60 kgs, 59, and it took me 2 years to lose that. So I know that my body takes its sweet time, but it does what it needs to do. So right now I'm several kgs overweight. Well, not necessarily overweight, but heavier than I was before I had my son. And previously it would have bugged me so much, but right now it really doesn't. I'd rather spend time with my children, have fun, play with them, than be obsessed with working out or what I eat or any of that stuff. So enjoy the moments right now. Don't be bothered by the physical. Your body did this fantastic magical thing. You're a freaking goddess, man. You created a human being in your body from tiny little cells. You created, you incubated, you cared for, you protected for 9, sometimes even 10 months. You did this. You made a human being, for goodness sake. Of course your body will suffer some effects. It's normal, but if you really want to lose the weight, you're consistent, you do the right things, you're going to lose the weight. Don't worry about it. Enjoy being a mom. Take those photos. Oh, another piece of advice I'm going to give, I know it's not everyone can afford this, but invest in a good camera. Invest in a good camera. It doesn't have to be the full frame camera with the best lens. No, invest in a nice DSLR and buy a nice lens so that you can be able to take nice photos of your children, because it gets very pricey doing these photo shoots. you might as well save the money, invest it in a good camera so that you have good quality photos to share with to look at in the future. My daughter is crying, she's screaming, maybe you can hear it, so I have to wind up. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please like it, you know, do the actual, hit the little like button, guys. Be nice, you know, it's free, don't be mean. So like it, subscribe to my channel, share it if you think one of your friends or family might enjoy my content. I'm hoping to be more consistent with the videos and the quality and the content, so please don't forget to put suggestions in the comments for any type of video that you'd like me to make. Thank you for watching. Bye.